Social media personality Lil Tay, who had been reported dead, has confirmed she is alive and well. A statement had appeared on her Instagram account claiming that she and her brother had died, but Tay has since stated that her account was hacked and the information was false. The star, known for her braggadocious persona and lavish lifestyle, thanked Meta for helping her regain control of her account and removing the false death statement. Tay, whose legal name is Tay Chian, not Claire Hope, as the hackers claimed, expressed her distress over the incident and the confusion it caused among her family and friends. The motivation behind the hack and the delay in Tay's response remain unclear. Tay rose to fame as a child, boasting 3.2 million followers on Instagram, but had been largely inactive on the platform since 2018 due to a custody dispute between her parents. Wildfires in Maui have resulted in at least 55 deaths, destroyed the historic town of Lahaina and caused extensive damage, according to officials. The repair process is expected to span years and cost billions of dollars. Maui County Police Chief John Pelletier has warned that the death toll may rise and has advised residents against returning to Lahaina until the deceased are recovered. In a news conference, Hawaii Governor Josh Green linked the fires to climate change, stating that it is affecting the islands. Craig Robertson, a 75-year-old man from Provo, Utah, was shot dead by the FBI during a raid on his home after he made threats online to assassinate President Joe Biden and other Democrats. Neighbors described Robertson as a decent guy who cared for his blind son and was known to sleep with a gun under his pillow. Despite his online threats, many in the community were shocked by the forceful response from law enforcement. According to local reports, Robertson, an Air Force veteran and carpenter, allegedly pointed a gun at law enforcement during the raid, leading to a hail of bullets. He was then dragged out of his house and died on the sidewalk. Neighbor Travis Clark expressed disbelief that Robertson's actions warranted such a response. The threats made by Robertson were detailed in a federal complaint obtained by the Post from the Utah U.S. Attorney's Office. They included threats against Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, New York Attorney General Letitia James, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, and California Governor Gavin Newsom, among others. Despite his online threats, Robertson was well regarded in the neighborhood. He owned a business called Craig's Custom Woods and was known for helping others in the community. He was also described as a harmless, old man by another neighbor, Andrew Maunder, who believed Robertson was not capable of carrying out the threats he made online. The FBI arrived at Robertson's home around 6 a.m. on Wednesday, demanding he leave his home. After Robertson allegedly pointed a gun at authorities, gunfire ensued. Following the incident, Robertson was dragged out of his home, and despite attempts to render first aid, he died on the sidewalk. His body was left under a white, blood-soaked sheet for 2 hours, according to neighbors. Questions have been raised about whether the FBI's response was overly harsh. Despite Robertson's online threats, many neighbors did not view him as a credible threat due to his age and limited mobility. However, the FBI claimed Robertson was a willful true threat to kill or cause injury to President Biden. Former President Donald Trump's lawyers and special counsel Jack Smith's team are set to clash over what government secrets can be disclosed during Trump's trial for the alleged illegal retention of classified documents. Trump, who has pleaded not guilty, faces 32 counts of willful retention of national defense information, a violation of the Espionage Act. His lawyers have indicated they will fight to disclose as much classified evidence as possible, arguing that there should be no secret evidence concealed from public view. The debate over what secret evidence can be used during the trial is governed by the Classified Information Procedures Act, CIPA, enacted in 1980 to limit the practice of graymail, where defendants threaten to disclose classified information at trial to get prosecutors to drop charges. The statute outlines the litigation process between the government and defendant to determine how classified information can be used in criminal trials without being, unnecessarily, disclosed. Before a defendant is charged in a case involving classified materials, the government weighs the risks of that information becoming public at trial. In Trump's case, the government found approximately 340 documents with classified markings at Mar-a-Lago after Trump left office, but he was ultimately charged with keeping 32 of those documents illegally. Experts suggest this indicates that the special counsel weighed the possibility of other sensitive information becoming public when deciding which charges to bring. The process of determining what classified information can be used at trial can take months. Defense attorneys must undergo background checks to get security clearances to view the classified information related to the case. The prosecution then allows the defense team to see the classified information through the pre-trial discovery process. However, the law also gives the government an opportunity to limit the classified materials it turns over to the defense during the discovery process. If the judge decides that revealing classified information during a trial is necessary for a defendant to argue their case, the government can declassify it or argue that disclosing the entirety of the document to the public could compromise sensitive sources and methods. The judge could then ask for a smaller portion or a summary of the information to be revealed. The government also has the option to immediately appeal a judge's decision on disclosing classified information. Russia's emergency service confirmed a warehouse fire in Odintsovo, a town situated to the west of Moscow, between President Vladimir Putin's official residence and the Vyernikovo airport, as per a report by TASS news agency. The warehouse is located approximately 4 miles from Putin's presidential residence in Novo Ogariovo. The cause of the fire, which was estimated to cover an area of around 21,500 square feet as of midnight Moscow time, was not disclosed. Furthermore, there were reports of 2 Ukrainian drone attacks near Moscow this week. The drones, which were coming from western and southern directions, were intercepted and shot down by air defense systems near Moscow. Police in Vietnam have dismantled an air hostess sex ring, arresting 4 women and the alleged ringleader, Vo Thi Mai Han. The group was apprehended at a luxury hotel in Ho Chi Minh City, where 3 of the women, all flight attendants, were found in bed with different men. A 4th woman, a model, was also arrested. Vo Thi Mai Han, a former air hostess with Vietnam Airlines, had reportedly left her job several months prior to focus on running the sex ring and seeing clients herself. She is now in custody on suspicion of prostitution and brokering sex services. The women claimed to have been employed by Vo Thi Mai Han, who sold their services for amounts ranging from $1,000 to $3,000. Vo Thi Mai Han allegedly contacted flight attendants and models, sending potential clients pictures of the women in flight attendant uniforms. Payments were made to Vo Thi Mai Han, who then arranged the meetings between the men and the women, many of whom were her former colleagues or from other airlines. Vo Thi Mai Han also participated in selling sex herself in various cities. The authorities are continuing to investigate the case and have called on any accomplices to surrender themselves at the Criminal Police Department in Ho Chi Minh City, where they will be granted leniency. Vo Thi Mai Han allegedly targeted her former colleagues with offers of extra income during their layovers in Vietnam, and also recruited models in the city. Police claim there were at least 30 women involved in the operation. These women, mainly air hostesses, were considered attractive and had the right physique for the airline job, making them appealing to wealthy clients willing to pay large sums. Vo Thi Mai Han reportedly collected a fee of 7 million VND, £231, for each booking, and charged clients £787 for a 90-minute session or an overnight stay with the women. It is estimated that she made over 1 billion VND, £33,000, for herself in just a few months. Her social media profiles, which showed her working as a cabin crew member and enjoying a luxurious lifestyle, were allegedly used as a lure to attract other women into the operation. The police are now attempting to trace others involved in the prostitution ring and have appealed for further information.